Hey, what up guys, today I'm gonna tell you how to get started on YouTube and how much you should invest in it. Now, I would just like to say before we begin, if you are actually interested in beginning to make YouTube videos, I have a whole bunch of videos in my series where I go over all the equipment, how you should use it, and if you want to check those videos out, which I highly suggest you do if you want to begin making YouTube videos yourselves, I will have link to those videos in the description below. But in this video, I'm just gonna go over all the things you should buy and how much you should spend on them. Now, I just done some maths and I added up that I spent about $800 on this. Now, that might seem like a lot, but it's not even half of what I plan to invest. And what those $800 paid for is my tripod, my camera, my microphone, my lighting, and my editing software. And that's not even including my computer, which I bought to edit videos. And the reason I don't include that into that $800, but because it would be a lot more than $800 then, but the reason I don't include that is because I will buy that computer anyways, whether I was editing YouTube videos or not, I would still buy that computer. Now, at the beginning of this video, I said that $800 isn't even half, and the reason for that is I will be getting a new tripod because this is just a cheap $30 tripod that I begin with. I just decided one morning I'm gonna do YouTube videos, so I went down right across the street to a store and bought this cheap tripod. So very soon, probably even this week, I will be buying a new tripod for better video quality, especially for reviews, so I can get very fluid and smooth shots of the products I'm talking about. But here's the thing, that's just for me and my types of videos. If you don't know, I do tech videos, that's unboxings, review, stuff like that. If you do any sorts of videos where you're just sitting in front of your computer, say, and you want to get a camera instead of in front of a camera, then any cheap $30 tripod will be good for you, and even the best you can get, because it's gonna be as cheap as possible and it's gonna be the best for you, because if you don't need any sorts of motion, you just turn the camera on and sit in front of it like I do right now, then any cheap tripod will be great for you. But sometimes I do videos with reviews where I need to move it, so for that I need a fluid head system, so the shots are a lot smoother, and that's why I'm getting a new tripod. And the camera, right now I'm recording with this Canon PowerShot L300HS, that is long name, but I am planning on upgrading soon to a Canon Rebel T4i. And that brings me to my first suggestion to you guys, and kind of passing on the wisdom here, and that is, if you are planning on making money off of YouTube, I do highly suggest that you invest as much as you can from the start. In other words, make sure you're not gonna be upgrading later on. You get the best equipment possible, so you won't need to upgrade. And I will give you an example. When I decided I want to make high quality videos, or at least higher quality videos, and in this case higher audio, I went out and I bought the best microphone possible. Well, at least the best USB microphone, because of course you can get better microphones if you go into XLR output, but then you will need to convert that to work with your computer, and that is pretty complicated. Not necessarily, but it's not as easy as a USB mic, which you just plug into your computer, no software required, you just plug it in and you record. I use QuickTime, for example, to record my audio, and this is the best USB microphone, the best USB condenser microphone, Blue Yeti. So I decided to do that, but before even that, when I just began making YouTube videos, I made a mistake because I didn't know this yet, so I'm hoping you're not gonna make that same mistake, because I'm gonna teach you now. And the mistake I made is I bought this Canon L300HS, which I probably shouldn't have done, because that means I bought a decent camera, but then I need to upgrade later on, and hence spend more money. Whereas if I just bought the camera I wanted right off, which is Canon Rebel T4i, I wouldn't need to upgrade, hence again saving money. So If it is necessary for you to buy a cheaper thing and then upgrade later on, that's fine. But if you can buy the best thing right off, that's the best thing to do. In my case, I really needed this camera because I didn't have money yet for the Rebel T4i, and it would give me even better quality than what I began with, and that was my iPod Touch. But then, if I was to buy a cheaper mic from the beginning, like say, you might know this, it's a very popular microphone on YouTube called Blue Snowball, from the same company that makes my microphone, but it is a lower end microphone. It's not as good, nowhere near as good even. If I was to buy that, and that cost $100, and then I upgraded to this microphone which cost me $200, that would be $300 that I spent on microphones. Whereas if I just bought this one, which I did from the beginning, and I spent $200, I saved $100. Okay, that's a lot of talk about cameras and microphones. I'll try to move things quicker. And next is lighting. Now what I have is I just have two very cheap lights that I bought for around $10, and then light bulbs which were even more than the lights themselves, to provide me with some lighting, because I have my setup is I have the camera right there, then I have a window right here and my lights there, because if I didn't have them there, then my right side of my face will be all lit up because of the window, and then my right side of the face would be completely black, and that's what you can see in my earlier videos if you go back. But because I have these two lights, it kind of equals things out, and I am probably gonna buy another one or two lights just because it's winter now, and it's not as sunny most of the times like it is right now. There's clouds, so there's no sun, it's a lot darker, and but I still want to make videos. I can't just wait for the sun to come out, so I will be buying even more lights. So even with those more lights, it's still probably under $50. So you don't need to buy that expensive and professional lights right off. If you want to, that's great, because again, that means you don't have to upgrade later on. And the next and last thing is my editing software, and this is a program that I would recommend highly to everyone who's thinking of buying a software to edit their videos, because it is extremely easy to use, but yet it is able to provide you with a lot higher quality of tools to edit your videos with than something that might come with your computer, like on a Mac, iMovie, or even if you're thinking of buying ScreenFlow, which I know is another application that is very popular to edit videos with. But the one I'm talking about is Final Cut Pro X. Again, extremely easy, but yet very professional, and you will be able to edit your videos on just another level. Things you can do with this program to make your videos better are just almost endless, and there's things for everyone. So whatever you want to do with your video, you can probably do it with this program. And it is $300, but think about this, it is the best one out there probably for YouTube editing. It is the easiest to use, which that's what you want, because you know, people who edit on TV, they went through school to edit videos, whereas you probably sitting at home like me recording videos on your own, and you have maybe no experience to begin with video editing, so you want something to be as easy and self-teaching as possible, and that's what it is. And I just remembered, I actually have a video where I put ScreenFlow against Final Cut Pro X. You can check the video out as well in the description, and actually an annotation right here. Just click on that, and there's a video where I just say pros and cons about each program, as well as here's an annotation for each of those videos where I go over all of my equipment, how to use it, where to set it up, and so on. Other than that, thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.